Good evening to Steve.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning if you're in the morning still.
Welcome everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We've got the two players in the lobby or in practicing. We've got MC Clarkey and Sergeresh ready to go at it in the one-loss side in the VP4 Virtual Bank Pool World Championships. Stubb sent me a message on Facebook saying that he sent a proposal to Bedhead for tomorrow for their match. I haven't seen anything change on the schedule, but then again, Bedhead might not have seen it yet. But interesting match coming up between these two. Matt's been fairly impressive as far as I'm concerned, considering he doesn't play banks, and nobody has played banks until this tournament started. But Matt might be going into this slightly favourite, and I don't know whether that's going to heap more pressure on himself.
Yeah, I would say Matt's the favorite in this. I think Sergeresh plays well enough to win. If Matt gives him too many chances, I mean, he's shown that he has a decent banks game, so we'll see what's going on here. I mean, hopefully it's going to be a good match.
Well, the one thing I noticed, LS3 the other night, she sold out far too many times going for banks. Each time she did, she was pretty much leaving something on for Tommy, and Tommy capitalised on that. We'll see if there's anything by way of strategy going to come into this tonight.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going for it and playing shape, but if you're missing those balls, it's going to end up costing you.
Yeah, I mean, if she'd got them in, she could have been a winner, but it just didn't happen. And then every time she paid the price for it. Yeah, I haven't seen Larry for a good while now. He hasn't been in the last two Friday night 9 balls.
Hopefully he's okay.
Right, so we are probably 30 seconds or so away, maybe 45 seconds away from the room going up.
Yeah, I think from a mental and kind of how to play this game, there's some real subtle things. Like if you're having one of those, you're starting off and you just can't seem to make a bank, even easy ones, because it happens to everybody. I don't care if you're a world champion. Sometimes the ball doesn't want to go in the hole when you're playing banks. And if you get in that mode, a smart thing to do is, play some safeties, kind of try to slow the game down, try to change something for your opponent and you, because you should be making them, but they're not going in. So, do something to change that.
Good evening to Coldest Pillow. Welcome to everybody else. Well, we're waiting on Matt arriving. I think he might still be on Matt,
yeah.
He'll be getting his alarm bell telling him to come in.
You guys like that alarm bell? It's really annoying.
Of course, that's exactly what it is. It's meant to be. It does what it says in the tin. So we've got Sergeresh to the right for the lag. And of course, race to 4 on the one-loss side, so it could be all over pretty quickly.
And of course, I'm eating. I've got myself some English food. I've got a scone. That is English, isn't it? Scones? Or you're going to tell me the Scottish invented that?
Well, you call it a scone, and most English would call it a scone. But anyway, is it just a plain? Is it a plain scone, Steve, or has it got sultanas in it?
It's got cranberries.
Yeah, see, that's typical American. That.
Oh, I like it with the cranberries, but it is made like a traditional one in the sense that it's not very sweet.
Well, the Cornish have cream and jam on their scones. That's their tradition.
Well, I gotta believe I can't believe he's shooting at this. The 7 ball's an easier bank. I can't believe he's not. And the reason why you shoot at the 7 is it gets it out of play too. If you shoot at that 9, that's yeah. You got to shoot at the 7 ball. That is the shot.
Now I wonder if any of you guys. I mean, you've been to Scotland, Steve, so you must have heard of a tatty scone. That's
A
something.
what?
That's something completely different from what you envisage or imagine that a scone looks like. A tatty scone,
I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
or if you want to be posh, a potato scone.
No, I'm sure I haven't had one of those.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's you would describe it as a sort of savoury thing,
Well,
but it's very much Scottish. A tatty scone.
Matt's left the 5-ball, and you know, it wasn't a bad shot to shoot at, but he probably wanted to get a little higher. And that's going to be about the end of this, I think. I mean, he can shoot the 6. I'd probably shoot the 6-3 rails and take the cue ball up and put the cue ball on the top rail. You know, because it's perfect for following the cue ball and putting it like right in the middle of the top rail. I mean, and it's pretty close to dead straight. I think you got to cut it maybe just a touch.
He's going for it.
And he is going to shoot the 3-railer. Well,
He's got to hit it though. I mean, I think the line in that is
the line's pretty good.
Yeah, it was going to the rail, but I mean, you got to give it legs to get.
No, he didn't go forward, but he got away with it. That spot's that he left the cue balls pretty good. He didn't give up a shot.
I think that 4's too close to the rail to bank without.
He can two rail the 4 if he so chooses. He can shoot a 2-railer.
I'm looking to see if you can see the 7. He can't see the 7.
I'd probably 2-rail the 4 because you can take the cue ball up table. Although you're gonna probably give something up, and he's just playing safe. No, that may have been the best play. Sometimes throwing corn out can backfire.
I don't see anything obvious here.
No, there's not. I mean, he can bank the 4. He's got a bank on the 4-ball.
Oh, I had talking of scones. I actually had.
Yeah.
I had cheddar scones. Oh, they were lovely.
Oh, I bet. He should have banked the 4-ball. I mean, the only problem with banking a 4-ball is you might hit the line of balls, but if you bank it too wide, I'm talking about not, you know, straight back, but over in the other corner. He had a shot on the 4-ball. I thought that was a better shot to shoot at. He's given up a lot here. Now this one is an automatic, so you know, Matt. Yeah, and I've seen this over and over again with that shot where guys just don't.
By miles, yeah.
Yeah, and they go straight up and down. Yeah. It's not just Matt. I've seen everybody shooting that shot miss it like that.
That's a good shot. Nice pace again as well.
Well, Sergeresh made a mistake, and Matt couldn't take advantage of it. Granted, that 9-ball he shot was no gimme. And this 6-ball's no gimme, but it's about a half-ball hit, and this is one maybe just a slightly under half-ball hit. It's not. It's a fairly high percentage. It's missable, but it's a fairly high percentage shot.
And all the way, dead center.
Yeah, and boy, if he wouldn't have hit that 7, he would have come up with a bank on it. Now it's getting a lot tougher. He can cross bank the 6, 7, and a side, which I think is what he's shooting at. And this is pretty natural. Boy, he did not hit it hard enough, and you know, the induced English really turned the ball over.
Good evening to Cobra.
Yeah, and that kind of shot where you know you need to hit it kind of thin like that, the best thing to do is put left English on that shot so that it holds the ball up. Then you can hit a little thicker, get a little more speed on it, and keep the line.
By the way, Cobra, when I got home today, I was checking the bracket on the snooker to see whether Semi-Pro was still in it, to see whether he'd bailed. after last night.
I would be shooting this one ball. I mean, this one ball is a pretty good shot to shoot at.
And past the 4?
No.
Where are we going? Up and down?
Up table.
Up and
yeah.
down. Well, that's unlucky. He just clipped to 4, but I did think it would go. I think it would go clean, that ball.
Yeah, he could make that clean.
Presumably, the audio is okay, guys. Picture's okay. No complaints. I don't see any.
And Sergeresh is showing that indeed he is a worthy opponent.
Well, this for 1-0. Oh, he slammed that too hard this time. See, I think every bank he's done so far has been a good pace. That's just a bit too hard.
I would have let the cue ball go forward there. I thought that was one you could just roll and let the cue ball go up to the end of rail. But, he didn't leave an easy shot. I mean, this is doable.
Oh, that's lovely. Is it going to get there? No, cue ball's gone. Game over now.
Well, something got there. And we have seen this from Matt, where he gets a little loose with the cue ball. And he's just going to go straight back on this 3 ball. And this one I expect to make. And this one you do want to hit hard.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, Sergeresh is a worthy opponent. Matt's going to come out and play like this. He's not going to win the match. He needs to bear down.
Yeah, Barker's was pretty good by all accounts. Too good for Hazeric. But Hazeric dug his own grave a lot of the time. Again, sort of semi-pro-ish, I have to mention again. 1
ball's a shot here. And you can play shape for the 2 or the 8. I mean, this is sitting perfect to make a whole bunch. If you miss this 1 ball, that's really sad. See, that's just the wrong way to shoot it. Again, on that particular shot, you didn't want to hit it hard because you need the ball to open up. You need a little right. Yeah. I mean, that was a duck. If I'm shooting that, I'm making it like 100 out of 100. That was a duck. And he just gave away a great table because where the 2 and 8 are sitting, I mean, he was going to get a bunch of balls there.
And again, I don't see something glaringly obvious here for Matt.
He got lucky. Sergeresh got lucky, and the way he ended up missing that, the 4 ball does bank. I think that's probably his best shot is shooting at the 4 because it goes. He's got pretty much the whole pocket there. I mean, if the 5 might be just very slightly blocking. Yeah, well, he hit it wide.
Well, this is an easy 9.
Well, it's not. It is fairly easy. It's not a straight gimme, but it's fairly easy.
Now, how's the luck with the bounce there?
Well, not so good. Well,
that 5 ball's now in the way.
The 1 ball where it's sitting, I mean, I'd probably try to hit the 2 railer and protect the cue ball here. Play the 2 railer on the 7 and protect the cue ball. Try to put the cue ball someplace where he doesn't have a shot. He's going to shoot the 1. And, I mean, you've got to protect the cue ball here. Yeah, that's not bad. He gave up a bank on the 4 ball. And this is one of the banks that players struggle with this. Somebody that plays banks really well is probably going to make this almost, 90% of the time. But players can struggle with this shot. Like that. I mean, it's not automatic for most people.
Well, the wild shot will be cutting that 4. You mean it will bank? You got 2 ways to play that. The only problem is you're hampered a bit by that 2 ball.
Either shoot the 4 ball or the 8 ball. Well, and just need a lot of English on that one. You really had to cut it.
Yeah, I don't know that he could actually get the right hit point in that. I don't know whether he had enough room.
Sergeresh got pretty lucky. So this 2 could be crossed or it could be held. You can hit that 2 with bottom right and really smoke it. I think it's probably easier to make to cross it, hit it with top left and cross it. He's going to shoot the 3, which is fine as long as he doesn't hit the 5 ball like that.
Well, that's
I will say
that's not giving anything up.
Yeah, well, it's about time Matt got a roll. I mean, Sergeresh he's come out pretty good on his misses so far. I mean, he's had a lot of pretty good rolls. Let's see how that is. Well, that's not good enough. He left the bank on the 7.
Yeah, there's enough room there.
Yeah, I think he needs to hit it for him, but I think that's a reasonable shot to shoot at. I expect him to make this.
Golf was fun, says Spud Boy. Don't know what he's talking about. Obviously golf he's talking about, but I don't know where that whether that was online golf he was playing or real golf.
Well,
I don't see anything again here.
Matt came out with not a whole lot. The 6-ball banks, it's a little bit tricky. The 6 ball to shot, you can bank that up table. You'd have to hit it with bottom and left English and hit it pretty firm, and that 6 ball would bank. That's the thing, there's a lot of bank shots that people in VP4 just don't see because they've never shot them. They don't recognize them. I would have probably played the 6 there. But I will say this, is after this tournament, you're going to see some guys, well, this is a tough shot if he's going to play. Yeah, you've got to get this way, way deep, way deep. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. That had to be way deep and probably still wouldn't go. The VPers are going to bank a lot better after playing in this tournament. You're going to see when we get play, straight pool and 9 ball and 10 ball and all that, you're going to see guys bank way better. Because let's face it, most of these guys don't like to practice. So the only way for them to get better is to actually play a game like this.
Well, he could cut the one across into the top right.
I think the 4. I like the 4 ball, although I don't like the way he's shooting it. That's a hard shot. It was a lot easier shooting in the corner. Yeah, that was a hard shot, and I'm not sure what his strategy was. Maybe he felt like he wasn't going to give up a shot where the cue ball was going. He did give up a bank on the 4, and it's not a straight gimme, but it's not a particularly difficult bank either. And that's, pretty typical that, the English is, the angle of the cut's turning the ball and you've got to cut it more. It's pretty, when you're at that kind of angle, it's pretty amazing how much more you got to cut it. It's like a full quarter ball when you're going against a grain like that.
6 ball up and down, cutting across it, or is reverse bank one?
I think the one was easier. The 6 ball is a little touchy. Now from this angle, the 6 ball is better, but he's got the 8, which I think is a better shot. I would shoot the 8 here. This is basically almost straight into the 8 ball. All I have to do is hit it with speed. If you don't hit this hard enough, it's going long. Now, this is the problem. He's putting draw on it. See? Here's the problem with putting draw on that. Is putting draw on the cue ball puts topspin on the 8 ball, which makes it go long. He shoots that same exact shot that he just shot with stun, and that 8 ball goes in the pocket. He missed it long because he drew it. And that was the right shot. He just got to get more English on it. Maybe hit it a touch softer to get it to turn over.
Well, Matt's got the bank on the 8 ball. I think it's very tight though, and up past the 4 and 6.
Yeah, see, the hard thing for these guys is learning. Like, I see how he shoots the 8 ball. I know why it didn't go in. The problem for these guys is they shoot that 8 ball and they don't know why it didn't go in. you know, it was really just a matter of a little more English and a little easier, and it would have opened up.
That's perfect. What did I do wrong, Spud Boy? I missed it. He's having a laugh, but I don't know what he's laughing at.
I think he's laughing at your question about golf. So let's see what he does here. This is I think he's banking at 6 cross corner.
Game ball.
This isn't an easy shot, but it's probably the best one he's got.
Oh, good effort.
Boy, he hit that good. It just came up a little short. That was a pretty good attempt, because that was no gimme.
Well, Matt's in a strong position with those, but he doesn't need to deal with those balls up top. He can leave them there where they are.
Well, see, if you're Sergeresh, what you want to do is clear out the 4 ball here, and then probably play some sort of safety shot where you put a ball on the spot, and but don't give anything up. And that's not always so easy to do. Now, he's trying to move him, and that wasn't a bad idea. He came up with a shot on the 3 ball.
Well, 1, 2. Is it straight into the side, or does he go in 3 rails here?
I don't know. I don't think he can bank it in the corner. Yeah, I don't like that shot. Maybe he's trying to put the cue ball on the 5 ball. I think that's what he was trying to do and just missed it. Now, this bank, believe it or not, is not that difficult. If you play a lot of 1 pocket, this bank is, he'll probably not bank it long enough. He's probably going to be short. See that, how he's short on it?
Oh, he's miles away again.
Yeah, well, you need to put some left English to help that bank. It's just, you know, it's hard to make without any English. But again, that's a shot that if you've played a lot of 1 pocket, that's a very common shot in 1 pocket. And boy, this is hit perfect.
Oh no, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this, Spud Boy. I'm trying to absorb information here.
Boy, look at this. I think he's going to roll up and bump this. Yep. I didn't think he'd be doing anything with it. That's a good shot too.
Well, now the pressure's on. All square.
Well, and that's a good shot. There's nothing there. On a regular table, you can bank that 5, but on this table, no. You could three rail this, but it's tight. I think he's going to play safe.
Oh, this would be wild to have a go at this.
Well, the problem with having a go at it is that, you know, is what are you going to leave for your opponent? Because the shot's not that easy, and he is having a go at this. Is he playing the 3 railer?
No, I don't know where it did. I never saw him call that, so I have no clue. I must have missed it.
That's really not the great shot to shoot it, but he came out really good. So this is a cross corner bank, and I like this shot. I shoot this shot pretty well, but even shooting it well, it's not you want to hit this pocket speed. Well, I didn't think he could make it there, and he almost did.
Well, that could be a sell out there for.
I didn't think it would go there, and he almost made it. Yeah, I think that's it for Matt.
You got to remember also, Spud Boy.
Watch out!
Oh
boy!
Well, not quite a disaster because the 2 balls are spotted.
Well, that's a huge mistake to scratch on that shot.
You got to remember, I'm half asleep here, Spud Boy. So I do sound tired.
Matt's going to do the prudent move and play safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would help to get those a little out of line so that he can't do this.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is, you got to be careful with
oh boy, this is not a good idea what he's looking at right here. He's going to sell out if he shoots this.
As soon as you give distance between the cue ball and the object
ball,
you're
he's going to bank this 5 ball is what he's doing. This is actually a pretty good shot to shoot at. But, you know, if you take the cue ball up by the right corner pocket, that wouldn't be bad because the 3 ball isn't any gimme. If you put the cue ball in the right place up table, the 3 ball is not a gimme. That's the thing of these long banks is if you leave the guy kind of funny on a long bank, you know, we haven't seen great percentages.
No, it's going to hold, is it? No.
Yeah, and that's not bad. It would be better to be a little closer to the pocket, but that's not bad where he left it, except for the fact that the 5 ball is too easy. I mean, and Matt should win from here. Well, he's going to have to shoot at the 5. I don't see any good options on the 3.
No, 3 worked well. It'd be crazy to try and back cut that 3. It's not sitting great for that.
Yeah.
It's too much of an angle there.
Well, this shot
like that to me.
I'll tell you what, this is one of these shots you almost have to shoot, but this is very indeterminate of what you're going to leave if you miss this. And that was pretty well done. I mean, I'd be real happy if I was Matt if this is a shot I left. I think
Sergeresh is going for the all or nothing cut across into the corner.
Well, no, I'd 3-rail this. I think the cut across in the corner is a little bit tough.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he is going 3 rails.
Oh, he's going for the two railer. He's playing a 2-railer, and it's sitting pretty good for that. Well, he hit it really bad though. He must not play 1 pocket. That was. Yeah, that 2-railer is a real common 1 pocket shot. The difference in 1 pocket is that you can miss balls and it doesn't matter. In this game, it does.
Oh, a double kiss now. Well, I think, well, the 5 ball has got to get out of the way, but he can cut it up and down, can't he?
Yeah. It's just that you have to understand where the kiss is here and how to miss it.
Oh, I forgot Sergeresh had lost a point. I forgot. I thought he was on the winning ball there, but I forgot he had lost a point.
That was a strong shot on the 5 ball. He played that perfect. So now you got to decide, am I shooting a 2-railer or the 1-railer? If you're going to shoot the 1-railer, this is a shot everybody banks way short. You got to put a ton of right English on this. Oh, he's going to try to hold it. This anything could happen here because there was a kiss there.
Oh, well, there's a 3 ball going.
Yeah, there we go with the cue ball going like a rabbit down the hole.
Well, this is as good a gift as you're going to get, Matt, to square the match here.
Yeah.
Well, that 3 ball, he's got to watch that job.
This is no gimme here. He hit it good.
Played it well.
I'm not sure I would have shot at that 3 ball there.
He didn't hang about. One apiece. One apiece after 25 minutes.
Yeah, Stephen, you're right. Guys do shy away from those shots. I'll tell you what, there's another way to play banks. You can play banks where you get a point per rail. And that's an exciting game too because you see a guy shoot a lot of 3 and 4 railers because you get, you make a 4-railer, you get 4 points.
Oh, that sounds a good variation on it.
Oh yeah, I've seen people gamble like that. I know a guy that plays real strong banks, especially multi-rail. So he's playing Bustamante for, what were they playing? I think they were playing for $100 a point. So, and Bustamante's like, Mikey, 500. Yeah, that's some serious money if you're playing $500 a rail.
These balls are all sitting sort of.
Oh, this 5 ball's a duck. I don't know if he's going to shoot it, but this 5 ball's a really good ball to shoot it. That's what I'd be shooting every time here. This 5 ball is just it's almost automatic. You hit it, almost straight in the rail. You need to put a little angle on it, but it's going to open right up and go in.
Well, he's not looking at it.
Yeah. See, this shot is way harder than the 5 ball. I'll tell you that right now. This is not that easy.
Oh, that's perfect. Apart from the 3 ball again.
Well, I mean, he's been very loose with the cue ball, and it's costing him. It cost him the last game, and it could cost him this game because this table's sitting pretty good. See if Matt can get on a shot. He breaks him up. He got dead on the 5 ball. So this is what you would almost call a dead bank. I mean, this is, and then you get the 2 ball. Oh, he didn't hit it hard. You have to hit that with speed. Oh, that's terrible. See, this 2 ball is the same sort of thing. You got your choice here. You can either hit this with speed and some low left, or you can hit this with right English and cross over the top of it. Instead, he's shooting a shot that's much harder. See that?
Yeah, cue ball's going again.
Yeah.
Oh, almost.
It just amazes me that these guys are passing up these shots that are ducks.
Reversing the 6 ball as you get room. Oh, he certainly has. Where's the cue ball going? I thought that was heading to the side pocket.
Matt did shoot the right shot. He shot it the wrong way, though. Yeah, this 5 ball goes, but it's tight. 7 balls, you know, it's not bad, but that's no gimme shot there. It's going to be a half ball hit.
Oh, again. Oh, cue ball's trying to get into every pocket it gets near.
Yeah, well, he obviously doesn't know where it's going because he keeps running it right at the pocket.
3 ball, where's he going with that? Is that? Oh, loads of room that again.
Watch out.
2 balls gone again, this time from Matt. Well, later somebody was going to get it in a hole.
That's the most devastating thing in banks is, you know, I mean, you see a little bit more scratching in banks than most pool games, but this is ridiculous.
That was awful, that one in the 2. Considering it was ball in hand.
Yeah, well, this is a duck, this 5 ball. I mean, now see, these guys recognize this shot. They understand how to shoot it, so they're not going to miss it. But the other shots that they've been getting are also just as easy, but they don't, you know, they're not used to shooting them, so they don't recognize how to shoot them. Yeah, I would probably cross over this 4. You got to watch out for the scratch in the corner. He's not going to. He tried to hold the cue ball. And he's given up a pretty easy bank on the 8. I think that's what he's going to shoot at here.
Now, what about the pacing in it, Steve? Because do you not want to try and go over the right-hand side and leave the 2 ball or something?
I'd probably play a shape on the 4 ball. And that's really poorly hit. So I don't like playing shape down there where that 1, 2, 3 is because you could sell out. I mean, unless you're really, really positive, you know, that's like, you get a lineup like that, it could get ugly for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well done.
Perfect, but nothing else to follow.
Well, this is where you make the 7 and let the cue ball come up table. You cut the right side of the 7 and let the cue ball go up table to the end rail. Put them up in a line. That's what I would do. Because here's the thing: if you leave that 7 ball there, you leave it for your opponent to do that to you. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to get that ball out of there, put the cue on the end rail, and make him have to thin that line of balls. And I don't know, Matt's taking a long time thinking about this, and he's going to do he's doing the wrong thing is what he's doing. The 7 ball is a shot here. I wouldn't hit it like this. See, that's the wrong way to shoot it.
He's left the 8 ball.
Well, I mean, all he had to do is thin it on the right side, and the cue ball comes right up the left side of the end rail. You know, that was just. I see this all the time. Balls in the pocket, and guys don't understand the line and the speed. Is all determined by how much of that ball you cut.
This could be a disaster. He's cutting this back, or he's going 3 rails. 2 rails. Sorry.
I went 2 rails. Yeah.
I thought he was cutting that back. I'm thinking, well, if he does that, he's going to hit these balls.
Well, it's not a bad play because he didn't leave much. I mean, this 8 ball is tough no matter where you're looking at it, and. I think here you play safe. I think that's a smart move there. It would be better to have him pinned on the end rail. See that? That's just kind of, well, I'll just hit it, and that's a little sloppy. If you're playing and you got that shot, you want to have that cue ball frozen to the end rail or as close to it as you can get, because that, it makes the shot much harder visually when you're right on the end rail. And in real life, it makes it harder to stroke it.
Is he looking at the 2 into the corner? No, 3 ball.
No, he's just playing safe. And that wasn't bad, but he did leave a shot. But this isn't the worst thing in the world to leave, because even if he makes this, it's hard to get position on anything else. If you're Matt, what you want to try to do is you hit this with left English, make the 3, bring the cue ball straight down the table, and then play safe. Now, he's not going to hit this left English, and that's a mistake. But he got away with it.
I thought he was going to give me that 3 ball there for a minute.
No. That's definitely not a shot that you want to play position on. It's too hard a shot. And he's going to play the 2 railer here, and this is, I don't know, I don't think he can make this at this angle. This is just too tough an angle. It's going to come up. It's never going to turn enough. Well, he did a pretty good job of it. You know what? I think he could make that. He could have got a little deeper. That was a pretty good shot. That was a hard shot, because you had to be really deep into that corner.
Well, we'll give Sergeresh this 2 ball, but...
Well, this is where you want to play position, because now he's going to try to break these up. That's a mistake. See, what you want to try to do is play position for the 8 or the 1 there.
Well, he'll be glad he didn't actually get a stronger hit nose.
Well, this is where you freeze him on end rail. Okay, you just roll this and put the cue ball right on the end rail. Well, he's not right on the end rail, but it's still tough. I would have had him just right on that end rail, frozen to it.
Well, he can play that 2 ball clean, I think, if he wants. Have a go.
Oh, you got to be crazy to shoot at that. I mean, even if it's there, you got to be crazy to shoot at it.
I can afford to be crazy, Steve, because I'm sitting here and I'm not playing.
Now, see, Matt got this because of that safety he played there. And now this is an opportunity. You've got to decide, you're going to shoot the 8 ball, you've got to decide whether you're going to play position here or you're going to let the cue ball go up table. The aggressive play is to bank this 8 and play shape on the 2 ball. Mm-hmm. And it's sitting good for that. It's sitting good just to slide it over a little bit. And if you need to control the angle, you can do that with English. You might need a teeny bit of right English. I don't think he does. I think he can just hit this and hold it and slide it over. He didn't. See, it was sitting to slide over for straight in on the 2 ball. And the way he shot it like, I'm not going to leave a shot if I miss this. But the way he hit that, there was no way he was going to make it. You're better off just playing a safety than shooting a shot that's never going to go in.
What do I think about Philip Schofield? Well, I think the one thing is we don't know anything until it all comes out in his autobiography. That might be a while. Or unless he has some sort of interview where the newspapers and he gets paid a fortune for it to give his side of the story. But other than that, I'm not really interested.
Well, he didn't play shape. See, I would have played shape there for sure. And, hitting it that easy, he missed it too. I would have played shape for the 2 and 7 there every time because it was an easy shot. That the basic decisions are, am I going to shoot at the ball or not? If I do shoot at the ball, am I going to play a 2-way shot and protect the cue ball or not? If not, then, I'm playing shape to get on the next ball. I mean, it's just there's a lot of mistakes being made in that decision process in this match where guys are choosing the wrong thing. Matt should have shot that 1 ball and played safe on the 2 and 7.
Well, that's true. Matt's on the
not
hill.
Played safe. Played shape, not safe.
Well, that's it sealed now. 2-1 up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Matt's winning this match not because he's playing great, but because he's playing better and Sergeresh is. You know, and this race is only to 4 too. I probably should have made them longer, but I was afraid to make Banks games too long. I had so many complaints at the beginning about not liking this game. Have you noticed that the complaints have sort of gone away?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now the guys are playing it, they're finding out, you know what? This game, there's a lot to it, and it's kind of cool. Cobra, of course, will still complain, but oh, didn't need shape as a rack ball. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. That was actually the smart thing to do then, is not play shape if it was the game ball. I'm not paying attention, obviously. Cobra, do you like Banks better now? I'm going to throw him a softball here.
Well, I think he said the other night that it's helped him in his 9-ball game. I think.
Well, it's definitely going to help him. I mean, there's just no way it can't. Yeah, it's definitely going to help him. I don't know if he likes the game, but it's definitely going to help him.
No, I don't think you'll see him in a Banks room for that long.
Well, I'll tell you what. You keep playing this game and get good at it, and then one pocket is way easier if you can bank well.
That's the holy grail. That's the holy grail for Cobra. That one pocket, I think he would end up getting locked up if he really get into that.
I'll tell you what, every guy that I know that banks really good is a strong one pocket player. You can't help but be a strong one pocket player. Oh, that's too bad. That was a pretty easy shot. Well, now Matt's got an opportunity here. The 1 ball is pretty good. I'd probably shoot at the 1 ball. The 2 ball is pretty good too. I might shoot at that. The good thing about the 2 ball is you can get position for the 1. Not if you're behind the 8 though.
Oh, I wonder.
No.
Cobra says he won't be playing Banks or one pocket. I wonder if he's going to defend his Cowboy World Championship when it comes round again.
I don't know. If it's a World Championship, Cobra's going to get in it. He may not be playing these games much, but he'll get in them. But you know, this is going to make him a lot better at other games, and sometimes it's a maturity thing to get to the point where you play these other games. I mean, when I was young, I did not play one pocket, and it's something I actually regret. You know, I just didn't have the patience for it, and it's something I regret. I wish I would have. It's a fantastic game, but it took me a long time before I was able to get on the table and play it. And I'm still not very good at it. Not sure what that was. If he was trying to 2-rail that, he needed to hit that way easier.
It's a bit like English billiards. I remember when I used to go to the snooker club, I would go in first thing in the morning just as his name was Sanny. That was his name. Sanny Finlay was his name. He was the guy that looked after the tables. And I would go into the snooker hall first thing in the morning. I think it opened up at 11 o'clock. I wouldn't come out till midnight when it was shut. And when I used to go in the morning, they'd finish brushing the tables. He would ask me if I wanted a game of billiards, because I was the only one that would play him at billiards. You know, proper billiards, English billiards, because he loved to play that.
You think that's proper?
Well,
you're a funny guy.
Proper English billiards I'm talking about.
Hey, how can a Scotsman think anything with the word English in it is proper?
Well, only because you called it English billiards just to stop confusion with the numpties in VP4. I know it's just known as billiards over here.
Yeah, well, there might be a few people disagree with that. So Slim's equating appreciating one pocket with appreciating older women. I'm not sure I get that connection, but there's probably something there, because Slim has got like a mind that works in another dimension.
Well, up and down with the 5.
Yeah, and
could be a big sell out here. Yeah,
I would have rolled that one. I wouldn't have dug into it like that. That was, and yeah, the 6 ball, the 4 ball. I mean, he's got a lot of balls he can shoot at here.
He doesn't need a 7. He's got. Oh dear.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that was terrible. Well, I mean, I think Sergeresh is sort of playing his game. I mean, he's one of these guys that has got, he could get a lot better. He's got some good basic fundamentals and talent. He could get a lot better at VP. And he's doing the right thing by playing in his world championship, because that is how you get better, is playing in good competition. He's going to bank this one and cross corner. And it looks like he hit it pretty good. Right in the throat. Well, we're running out of stuff to shoot at here. This 8-ball does go. You can bank this 8-ball. You need to hold it just a little bit. But this 8-ball does bank back down table in that same pocket. He just shot the one. You got to miss the kiss, so you need to hit this with some left English. And then you got to watch out for the scratch. But this ball banks. Left English, hit it firm. This is a tricky shot. I'm not going to lie. This is not an easy bank.
He's just hitting it.
He looks like he's going to play safe.
Plain ball, he's hitting it.
Where's he playing it? Oh, good luck with that. Yeah, this is a this is a very difficult shot.
What, is he playing it in the opposite pocket?
He called the side pocket. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but that ball did bank back down table. But it was not a simple shot.
Right. Oh goodness me, that was terrible.
Yeah. Well, this is tough because you can make a ball by that 8-ball, but chances of it going in are low. But if you roll it at pocket speed and you miss it, the only problem is you don't want to leave up bank on that 4 or 6, so I don't think that's a good option. He's just going to roll this in, it looks like. Oh, tried to titty hook him. Did he get him?
No.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he's got him. He can see the 7, that's it. Well, maybe he can see the 4. No, he can see, yeah, he can't see the right edge of the 9, but he can see the 8 and the 4. But that's a good play to try to put him right on, what you guys would call over there an angle. And even the way it was, look what happened. That's a foul. Yeah, so Matt's looking good here. Now Matt is going to make the 7 and come up table. Now see how he did that? Oh God, that ball's really deep.
No, Calder Spillo. You can only call one of the two top pockets at the top end of the table.
Yeah.
You can't call a side pocket or one pocket.
If you're going to do that draw shot that I said was bad, that's the time you need to do it. That 7 ball's too deep in the pocket to get to the edge. Matt tried to get to the edge that time and he couldn't. I mean, that thing's way deep in the pocket. And there's a freebie on the 4 ball. You shoot this and then you're going to play safe.
Oh, there he is. All these chickens, fenced noobs.
He shot the 6 and that's good.
What, did you get any response from Bedhead Stub? Well, this will take Matt into a very strong position.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is good. This is good, is it?
Yeah, that's perfect. It banked the 8 ball or the 1 ball. Either one. Trying to think what I'd do here. I'd probably bank the 8 ball because the 1 ball it's a little tricky with the kiss. The 8 ball is simpler shot. There's no kiss there. What's he doing? Bank the 8 ball. There he goes.
Game ball.
And it's typical. See, that's a typical thing.
Long. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's coming across the ball. It's going to open up there. It's just, especially when you hit it easier. When you hit it easier, it's going to open up even more. It's a little frustrating sometimes watching these guys, not because, like that situation, he didn't shoot the wrong shot, but he shot it the wrong way, like he didn't understand what the ball was going to do. I mean, If you shoot it the right way, you still might miss it, but if you shoot it the wrong way, you got to almost get lucky to make it.
Well, this is a freebie for Matt. Up and down.
Yeah.
Cut back and 5. He's not missing this.
Yeah, he's not going to miss this.
No, in all the way. So 3-1 lead to Matt. Sergeresh in deep trouble. So that
I think Sergeresh has been a little bit outclassed here. I mean, we knew Matt had the advantage, but it looks like it's a bigger advantage than we initially thought.
4 racks in 47 minutes.
Yeah, well, banks should go pretty fast most of the time, you know. I mean, it's
3 ball up and down.
Yeah. And he's just got to be comfortable shooting over the ball.
Oh,
and obviously he was.
Excellent.
He's going to come up with a shot, though, is the question.
8 in, well, I don't think the 7's in the way, I think it is. Or is it?
It is. Well, he can bank the 1 ball. The 1 ball is actually a pretty easy bank. Now, see, he doesn't recognize this. All he has to do is hit the 1 ball with no English straight across into the rail, and it's going to bank. You don't need English to help it on this shot because it's going to get a lot from the cue ball. See that? I mean, that's like a dead gimme. And he'll probably shoot the 9 ball here, straight back. And I'd imagine he'll play shape too.
Oh, he's fine. I think is he? No, I think the cue balls went too far up, has it?
Yeah, 8 ball's tough. He can play the 3 railer on the 8 ball into the side. He could bank the 4 ball. The 4 ball is actually a pretty good shot to shoot it.
Now,
I know it looks like it doesn't go, but it does.
That 8 ball you were talking about, Steve, in snooker, that's called the cock hat double. Around the corner into a side pocket.
Yeah, well, that's sitting pretty good for it. The 4 ball also banked. It looks like it doesn't, but that ball will hold up.
Hang on a minute.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, he should have shot at the 4 ball or the 8 ball, 3 rails, or the 4 ball, 1 rail straight back. That was not the right shot. Well, the 2 ball is pretty easy. That's probably the one I'd shoot at.
I only talk stubbish when I'm typing in the chat. Okay.
Ouch. Well, that hurts. I think this match is going to be over here pretty quick.
Well, it is. It's.
Now, this 8 ball, or the 6 ball, I'd probably shoot the 8 ball here. This is one you can really dig into with bottom left and wham it. And you can stay right down here for the 6 and the 1. I don't know what he's going to do. It's either that or the 6 ball. Me personally, I'd shoot the 8 ball here. I like that digging shot. Because, you're cutting across the top a little and hit it with draw, but you got to put left English, and he didn't put left English. It's not that complicated, guys. It's kind of just a little formula. You got to recognize when, boy, this ball is just not going to hold up enough unless I put some left English on it and hold it more.
Where's this going? Cross side.
Of course, I guess I shouldn't be so hard on these guys. I mean, it's a lot easier when you've been doing this your whole life like I have. So, it does kind of take a while to get the feel and recognize the shots.
Up and down with the 5 ball.
Yeah, that's a good shot. There is a kiss you got to avoid, though. 6 ball. Now, this one I would probably hit across the top, let the cue ball go down table. Crossover. When I say crossover, in other words, you hit that left English and hit it thinner angle and let the cue ball go forward across in front of the 6. And this is tricky here. This is tricky to miss the kiss.
Okay.
Yeah. That was tough to miss the kiss on that, the way that was sitting.
What about the 2-4 bank, Steve, up and down? That looks dead set to me.
You can't call combo banks in this.
You sure? Can you not call the 4 ball and hit the 2 and bank it up the table?
You could in Honolulu, but not in this game. I'm pretty sure you can't. You can try that, but I'm pretty sure it's against the rules.
That looks...
Well, he's given up a shot here. Now this one, again, English would help. But he's confident in hitting it without a whole lot. You know, now what are you going to do? I'd cross the 1 over myself. May shoot at something else. Looks like he may shoot at the 4 ball. That's not a horrible shot to shoot at. I'd just be concerned with selling the table out. You can shoot the 6 ball, you know, straight back. That's not a bad shot.
Cross the 1.
You gotta watch the cue ball.
Going long again.
Yeah.
Well, I wish Sergeresh would actually play that 2-4 and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal. I think they got to be clean banks with just the 1 ball. I don't think they're allowed to play a combo bank. Obviously, in one pocket that's a good shot, but I don't think it is in banks.
Well, Sergeresh is needing a break here. He's needing a break. He's got the 7, although I think he's going to have to cut it a bit if he's going to make that up and down past the 8 ball.
Believe it or not, that 8 ball goes and is not that hard a shot. And you go forward with, you go forward with left English, and that 8 ball will bank right across. It looks hard and it's not. Well, he hit that pretty good. The 8 ball is a lot easier than that one. Cobra says it's not legal. He probably looked up the rules. I didn't think it was. I don't ever recall shooting a shot like that or seeing anybody else do it. The 1 ball does bank. He's at an angle where he can bank the 1 ball. He needs to hit it with top and right-hand English to get the cue ball out of the way. He's just doing top. This will still probably work, but I would have used English too. And that's one of the reasons why. Because, you know, you get it to open up and, you know, he was probably worried about the kiss.
Well, I think this is the best opportunity yet for Sergeresh to get a start here.
Oh, this is a great opportunity. Sergeresh needs to win a game, and he's just, you know, he's in that mode of I can't make a bank right now. Now this is the 8 ball at this angle. This is tough.
No, it isn't.
And he shoots it like it's nothing. That's the thing is it cracks me up. These guys, you know, it's the other shot was actually easier than that.
Game, set, and match here. This 1 ball, or cut the 7 back across. It looks as if that'll go.
Yeah, it will. You got to hit this good though, and you got to put a lot of left English on it. He's putting a little left. I put more on it because it's hard to overcut this, but it's hard to overhit it, but it's easy to come up short.
It's all over in 55 minutes, folks.
Yeah, well, that was you know, well, Matt's pretty good at banking. I mean, he makes a few too many mistakes. If he can get his game cleaned up, he could be a contender.
So Matt's now. Oh, this is going to be a good match. Matt's now through to play 4-railer Tommy. That's his new nickname. 4-rail Tommy on the 1-loss side. And
well, I haven't seen Tommy play, but Tommy plays every game usually pretty well, so it'd be a good match.
We've got the match tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Between Bankster and Acero. Again, I'm
assuming Acero's going to be the favorite in that, isn't he?
I haven't a clue. But the thing that I'm puzzled at is that if they're playing at 8 o'clock my time, it's got to be the middle of the night down Tokyo way. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 hours. He's at least 7 hours in front of me, and that's like 2, 3 in the morning, is it not? Sounds a bit crazy that he wants to play at that time. Anyway,
I know. So next day in Tokyo.
And then down in the bottom you've got Larry and Slim. So you've got Larry, Slim on the win-loss side. You've got Bankster, Acero, and you've now got Matt and Tommy. That's the matches still to go.
Well, let's hope everything's okay with Larry, because nobody's heard from him in a while here now, right? How long's it been?
I mean, I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. As far as I mean, he has came into the lobby for about 30 seconds and then disappeared. But 2 weeks in terms of he hasn't been in Friday Night Nine Ball.
Well, maybe he's taking a break, or maybe he's got stuff going on in his life.
Now, looking at the snooker, now that's the wrong thing. Why did I go to that one? Hold on a minute. The snooker, I think, was cleaned out. I don't think there was anything on it. Let me see. Yeah, it's still the same, so there's no more matches there. So the next match that I'll be doing will be tomorrow night, 8 PM, between Bankster and Acero, providing Acero shows up. No reason why he shouldn't if he likes playing in the middle of the night. So that was short and sweet, but well done to Matt. He's hanging on in there, but all the matches now are all well worth watching. So you know, I don't know who's going to. I think it's a bit of a lottery who's going to win this bank pool. What's the final to, by the way, in this? But I haven't even looked. What's the final to?
I don't remember.
The final is to 9. So
yeah,
6,
so that'll be a nice match.
9 in the final. Right. Well, that's the wrong thing. I'm looking at the snooker again. I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. What did you set the final to? No, you set the final to 8 for the bank pool.
Okay, well, that's still a pretty nice match.
Final to 8. So that is it, folks. There's no more tonight. We've seen Matt go through. Try and join us tomorrow night. If you can't, remember it'll be on YouTube. You can catch up with it. So I've got an early night. Thank you to Steve for joining us. Thanks all for joining the stream.
Thanks, guys. Good playing, Matt.
We'll bid you good night and good luck in the rest of the tournament. Whoever's still in, good luck to Stubb getting a match with Bedhead whenever that's going to happen. So, see you later, folks.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.